Hello, welcome back to the Diecast Night YouTube channel. Today in front of us we've got a legend, not only from a model perspective, not only from a manufacturer perspective, but also from a diecast model manufacturer perspective. So, this one is a 1/18 scale diecast car made by Bburago. Bburago is a famous Italian brand that used to produce their models in Italy. I cannot recall any other brands that used to produce their models in Europe. Maybe Solido, I'm not sure, but they're not the same company anymore, so as Bburago is not the same company anymore. So this model in front of us has a very significant value, not only because it is, in my opinion, the best Ferrari ever made, but also because it is made in Italy by an Italian brand to reproduce an Italian manufacturer. So here it is. It is a Bburago F40. The F40 was the 40-year anniversary car based on the 288 GTO Evoluzione that was produced in July of 1987 just to celebrate the 40 years of the existence of the company. It is a 3-liter car, twin turbo, made for homologation purposes, but of course never raced. It was of course designed by Pininfarina. It is finished in the famous Rosso Corsa red color, and it's a beautiful model. Very expensive, of course, in real life. Very limited, made of carbon fiber, a space frame and Kevlar. It had about 487 horsepower as I recall. 3-liter, twin turbo as I said before, rear engine car, mid-engine car especially. It was an excellent car, everybody loved it, so every manufacturer reproduced it in a scale model car. It was in posters of every kid that was born in the 80s, and it is well worth it. So the car we've got in front of us is actually based on the prototype model, because as you can see here in the back, it's got the 5 vents, but the production car had the 4 vents. The 40 logo is on the left side, but it should have been on the right side. And these louvers are not so much in the real car, they're far less, and it's got a different design on the black glass on the back. Also, the inside of the car, the seats have a diamond stitching that was not done in the real car, but other than that, it is very close to the final production model. This was also taken from Bburago, and Hot Wheels did the same car in 1/18 scale and improved all the things that made it closer to the production model, and they are fetching in very great values at this moment. They're very expensive. Also Kioso produced this car in 1/18 scale, which is excellent and also super expensive. And many other brands such as ZF Evolution, KK Scale, and many others, BBR of course, and many others did it. So for me, this car is an excellent value proposition. It is a model that is 30 years old, believe it or not, and it held up over time greatly. Not much fading on the paintwork. The quality is excellent for the time being. The color is still vibrant, but I'm not sure if the camera will be able to capture the color vibrancy. The chrome on the wheels is okay. It held up nice. So let's take a look at some of the details. Let's take a look in the front. It's got photo etch meshing, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Maybe, yes. The headlight detail is excellent. These are not actually the headlights. It's got pop-up headlights, but in this model they do not pop up. The Ferrari logo, which is a little bit misplaced due to the time, but it's okay with me. The vents here. The windscreen is okay. Single windscreen wiper. We can see the dashboard that replicates a little bit of flocking that it had. On the side, the Ferrari Scuderia emblem, Pininfarina logo, the vents, the side window, the 5 vents on the back. The engine is in the back, of course. This is also photo etched. The 3 exhaust pipes, iconic for this car. The tail lights are okay. The rear license plate is not accurate, of course. It's a Bburago. What can you expect? On the other side, it's the same. You can also see that on the tires, there are the dimensions of the tires written in the Pirelli. This car had 2 fuel flaps, one on each side. So let's move on to see the opening features. This is the front clamshell that opens. There are some vents here. These are also vents for the brake ducting. There is a spare wheel and also some details here. The brake booster. I think this is the windshield washer reservoir bottle. The suspension arms. The control arms are here, they are present. Let's see on the back. The glorious engine. With the 6 cylinders. These are the radiators, the air intakes, the rear suspension, the rear exhaust, all the cooling work. And I'm not sure if you can be able to see the turbos here. They're buried down here. The engine detail is there, but it's not very detailed, of course, because it was a budget model, so it was reproduced for the masses. But if you want to detail this model, you can make it look exceptionally well, especially with the Tremonia transkits, etc. You can make it look like the real deal. Let's take a look at the interior. The interior is grey. It should not have been grey. It should have been like dark color, Kevlar color, which is a khaki grey yellowish tint. Everything looks to be there. The brake pedal, the booster, the clutch pedal and the accelerator pedal. You can see the gearbox is the gear lever is not very accurate. The seats have the sub-belt seat belts, as you can see here. They did a very good job. Keep in mind that this was produced at about 1990, so the technology was not that great, and they did their best. Also keep in mind that this is an old model, and of course, as we will see on the underneath, it is made in Italy. So it's a nostalgia thing, I don't know, but I really love this air of the Bburago, and I think this is an excellent car to have in your collection, especially if you're a Ferrari fan. You can see everything is there in the detail. I could not have been happier with this car. I believe you can also get it right now for about 30-35 euros, of course used. They do not produce it anymore, at least Bburago doesn't. And you will not be disappointed. It is heavy, it is made in Italy, it is diecast, it's the right color, the dimensions are very, very close to the real thing, but of course not exactly close. And I believe it will be a great addition to anyone's collection. Overall, I'm very happy with it. I will try to showcase some many other Buragos from the golden era that were made in Italy, and I hope you enjoy seeing all of these. I like to thank you very much for being here and watching my channel. I'd like to know your opinions, your comments, any suggestions on what you would like to see next. And I'll see you next time. Keep it real.